This is the closing market report for Thursday on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. On the phone right now with Bill Moore of Price Futures Group as we wrap up another day in the ag marketplace. Bill, what have we seen going on in the grain and livestock markets today?
Market's kind of chopping around. It's a little bit lower in the corn. It's a couple cents lower in the corn. Soybeans down 2 and the wheat up 5. For the week, you're looking at so far a losing week in corn. Corn's lost about 20 cents. That's off of the weather rains coming in the next 5 or 6 days. Market got a little overbought at the end of last week, followed the war premium being built in. Big market would be the wheat market. Wheat's a little bit lower for the week, maybe about 10 cents lower. It's doing the best of anything. The beans are lower than that. The beans have come off pretty good this week. 12.40 closed last Friday, and the market now at around 11.75. That's about a 65-cent break. Beans have broken the most because of the rain. They're still in the middle of their productive cycle, and so the rain's helping them the most, not as much in the corn. The wheat is biggest factor in the wheat is the war in Russia. Iraq has accelerated. Ukraine actually took out some Russian grain ports yesterday. That's slowing the grain flow out of the Black Sea. And that's very friendly for U.S. wheat. And I think actually this week the wheat's the upside leader, usually the weak sister, because of the war premium that's in, because of the stalling of all the grain shipments out of the Black Sea. Commercial operations are afraid to ship out of there for fear they'll get fired on. That's the biggest fundamental in wheat is the Russian-Iraq war escalating. The bean market, biggest fundamental is the rains this week, hitting the market still in the reproductive cycle, and the corn kind of coattailing the beans, but not as much weakness as the beans have had. We did have some pretty good export numbers today, 132,000 beans to China, flash sale. Export sales of 730, very good, 1.42 million metric tons of corn, 1.6 million metric tons of beans, both on the high end. Going forward, I still am favorable to the markets. The two wars ultimately support these prices. The Iran-Russia war impeding the Black Sea grain and favoring the Chicago wheat. U.S.-Iran war has ramped up again. In fact, there's more countries involved, Saudi Arabia and Egypt now involved. That's going to push up the price of energy and fertilizer. That's friendly to the price. And finally, the export picture. Corn is running 25-30% over last year. And China is back in the market like this morning. And they are coming to the United States in September for a summit with President Xi, and President will further cement the trade relations there. And finally, politically, Trump is in deep trouble in the polls, only 30%. He needs the farm vote. Help him get in 2024. He's going to do what he can to help the farmer between now and November. Livestock-wise, we're seeing the correction in the cattle continue on the upside. It's been a volatile cattle market. If you look at the biggest mover would be the feeders. October feeders up $4.50 today. They've been on a roller coaster ride. They hit a high, almost a high back in late June at 370, broke all the way to 325, a $45 break. The last down day was when the U.S. announced that the Mexican-U.S. border is going to be open again. Hit the market hard that day, but then traders reassessed and said that it's not going to bring that much new meat into the new stocks into the U.S. Right away. It's going to be a piecemeal deal, and the market since recovered and has had 3 higher closes since that, and that's a positive. The meat's got too cheap, but still the upside leaders in the hogs. While the cattle is breaking $15-20 of fats, the hog market's rallying 8 to 10 because of the cheapness of pork in the supermarket versus the near record high price of beef.
All right, Bill, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch for more marketing information and check out your newsletter, how can they do that?
630-947-5176, wmore@pricegroup.com. Check out my newsletter, Agmaster, or www.pricegroup.com, the company website. Look at the bios of Jack Scoville and myself. We've both been here a long time. We'd love to help you out.
That again was Bill Moore of Price Futures Group. We'll look at the numbers next.
Get in the fair spirit at the Iowa State Fair and save before you go. The countdown is on to the Iowa State Fair, and now's the time to plan ahead. With advance admission tickets, lock in your visit before you arrive and step into 11 days of live music, fair traditions, incredible food, and summer moments you look forward to all year long. Save $5 now. Advance tickets are available now at iowastatefair.org, on the app, and at participating Iowa Hy-Vee and Fairway stores. Celebrate fair spirit at the Iowa State Fair.
August 13th through the 23rd.
At the close, September corn down 3 1/4 at 4.45 3/4. December new crop down 3 1/4 as well at 4.68 1/2. August soybeans down 3/4 cent at 11.77 1/4. November new crop down 4 even at 11.88 3/4. August soybean meal down $1.20 at 3.14.10. August soybean oil down 82 cents at 68.35. Chicago wheat up 2 3/4 at 6.63 1/2. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 5 1/4 at 7.30 3/4. Minneapolis spring wheat up 5 3/4 at 7.10 3/4. September oats down 3/4 cent at 3.12 even. On the Merc, August live cattle up 3.33 at 2.31.23. August feeder cattle up 2.20 at 3.46.48. August lean hogs down 2.25 at 98.43. August pork cutout unchanged at 114.88. And August Class 3 milk up 11 cents at 16.69. That's been a check of the closing market prices. Thanks again to Bill Moore of Price Futures Group for joining us today here on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, where Iowa Ag matters. I'm Riley Smith.